tukipiga street na pia tupige the political arenas, civil education and all that, yani naona tutakuwa tumemkona in all sectors, tutakuwa tumemkona in all, yani vitu zote tutakuwa tumemkona. So the only way out ni tumpige politics, tumpige like tuoneshe the downside of this government, tuioneshe and we come out clean. And the other way is this mass education inafanyika Nairobi in buses, the nganyas and all that. Mimi naweza ambia wasee, inye inafanyika Nairobi peke yake. Nairobi you have the students and all that. Nairobi is already civilized and nisemaje, the tribe and all that, hizo vitu Nairobi haiko that much. So tukuje huku mashinani tutembee. Kama mimi nimetake 1 month leave, natembea huku mashinani, tutembe huku mashinani tuone venye kunaenda. Let's educate these our boda brothers, the mama mbogas nye anatumia using their name to make ni kama the guy is already campaigning. The thing mimi naweza sema about whatever Ruto is doing ni ana test the ground. Like Raila ameniwachia kitu ama nini? Raila ameniachia watu watanipigia kura 2027. Hiyo ndio kitu anafanya. The other thing is, for you to be a leader of AU, wanajua hivyo, your nation should be, inafaa kuwa iko in unity, in unison, the tribes and all that. That's why mimi nasema Raila, even though akona backup ya every country, like majority of the countries, is it 18 or 16? Yeah, he's not still favorable for that position. Juu ataangalia kitu anaenda kuangalia ni qualifications. What have you done? What are you doing? Is your country stable? Is your president favored by their people? Vitu kama hizo. So tuendelee kumpiga vita ingine nyadi nchi yote inaona the guy is not favorable to us at all. Enye ikikuja hata ya 20 juu hakuna haja tudanganyane. This guy is not going to resign. The only way ni 2027. Tusijidanganye. The only way ni 2027. Tujitokeze. To educate our people now. That's the only way. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sorry, you said you're Dr. who? I've forgotten.
Dr. Ali Abdi.
Oh, Dr. Ali Abdi, thank you very much. Okay, you might think that, like, maybe that's your opinion, but for me, I don't want to think negatively. I want to think that we are able, in this current day and age, to actually recall so many people and recall him as well. Like, we're able to just get him out of the seat. I don't want to think 2027. No, I want to think now. Like, what can we do now? You know? But yes, thank you very much for your sentiments. I want to go to Mzalendo first. Mzalendo, hi, how are you?
Yes.
Mzalendo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening, Binti Africa, mkiwa na wanyama na KOT. Nataka kuwashukuru sana for your efforts, for ensuring that we come here and give our views, for ensuring that these spaces don't die. Now, state of the nation, which way, Gen Z? In my own personal opinion, I would like to assert the following. You cannot catch fish if you fear swimming. If you wanna be a politician, if you wanna fight politics, I feel that you have to get into politics. Right now, William Ruto has started campaigning for 2027. And if you see the reception William Ruto received in my backyard, I really felt so pity. Kwanza kusema vitu ambazo ametenga amefanya, meaning what is he doing? He's preparing another political background that did not vote for him. So he has already started looking for votes. Now that as a movement, we have proven that this regime is of bad governance. This regime is full of social injustices. This regime is full of corrupt leaders, starting from the top. It is now time for this movement to provide an alternative in every electoral post, starting from the presidency, so that we can also begin as early as yesterday. Because chelewa chelewa utapata mwana si wako. So mi nawaomba, if we need to catch fish, we need to learn how to swim. If we want to fight a politician, then we need to get into politics. My submission is that we get an alternative to the people of Kenya, and this alternative to start selling our agenda as early as yesterday to counter the wave that William Ruto is already creating. Because if we continue to behave normally, William Ruto will treat us abnormally. And if he wins in 2027, I don't think whether we will live to see 2028. We will not live to see 2028 if William Ruto wins in 2027. So we just need to move fast and counter him. Thank you so much. That's my submission.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Zalendo. I agree with your sentiments. We have to be actioning right now rather than just being in a space and just speaking, and then we go back to bed or we go to the jobs or whatever. We need to be actioning everything that we're talking about in these spaces. I would like to go to Mystic Man first, and I'll go to Toria afterwards. I think I saw that your hand was up. So, Mystic Man, hello. Which way? Like, what do you think? What? How should we kind of zone ourselves up from now on? Like, what are you doing as well? Like, individually, what are you doing?
Thank you for the opportunity, and I thank you guys for what you are doing. This was a movement that started, and it should not stop, because things are getting hard on ground. So which way? Gen Z. So guys, what I think we should do is remember, we are not far away from our general elections. So what we should do, we should make sure our IDs are processed. People, comrades, those comrades that are being admitted to these universities and TVET institutions, they should make sure that people should have IDs. Come 2027, watu wajitokeze, we should vote, guys, because now it's just a matter of niko ground, because this guy venye ako hivyo is using these people from different counties to mobilize. He is mobilizing people because he needs to finish his term as a president. So what we should do, guys, we should make sure we have IDs. Make sure your cousin, your brother, your sibling should have ID. At least we should vote, guys, because these votes are the one that can help us. Actually, I saw there was a suggestion by Eric Omondi. I saw there are some collection of signatures I've been seeing in Nairobi CBD. They've been attend around archives. So people are collecting. Eric Omondi is collecting signatures because we need to change some things, because when we continue keeping quiet, this guy will take advantage of us. And remember, kwa ground anajua these people are learned, so it's hard for this guy to handle out things. Ukiangalia zile vitu anafanya kwa ground sahi, hata hayuko ready kukampenia huyu mzee sijui what. Yeah, kwa ground sasa anatembea county pa county, but there's nothing analeta kwa ground, hakuna. Yani ni ile tu stories za jaba. Actually, what we should do, the way we should go is to just make sure we have IDs. That's my point. We should have IDs. We make sure come 2027 general election, everybody has got an ID. Go and vote for the person that you think can be can rule you, or can stop or end this corruption, because the corruption is the main problem in Kenya. So when corruption ends, hata hizi vitu unasikia sijui strike ya walimu, sijui kupet, sijui nati, hizi wimbo zote haziwezi kuwa because a lot of money is being looted, guys. So that's my point. Let us just make sure we have IDs with us. Hiyo story ID, kulikuwa na shida ID, guys, kulikuwa na shida ID hapo. Kulikuwa na msanii alikuwa anajiita Professor, alifightianga hiyo kitu akashikwa, then he was released. So these things of machine ID sijui kuharibika, sijui vitu gani, stories za jaba. People should just have the IDs. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kman. By the way, there's something I wanted to say as well. We also need to think about people that are not 18 right now, so they haven't even applied for their IDs. But the ones that are going to be 18 by the time that we get to 2027, we're not trying to get there, but just in case, those guys that are not 18 yet have to be also like included as part of this movement, because their votes will count. Like they will be part of the voice that we need in order to make sure that this person in power right now does not get re-elected. So I would like to go to Toria first, then I'll go to Nyati. Guys, if you are in the listeners panel, please feel free to request the mic, come and talk to us, tell us which way do you think the Gen Z should go, like what's the way forward. So Toria, welcome to the mic. How are you?
I'm good, Mama. How are you?
I am offended. I hope you're offended too.
Yeah, I'm actually offended. KOT, Antwanyama, and you, Binti. Of course, thank you for this opportunity. I've been listening, though not on daily basis. I kind of stepped out for reasons. So, which way, Gen Z? Okay. Being one of the Gen Zs, first, I think we should not first think of relenting that Morara and Enrico Mondi and other people have shown us the way. I think one way is what Morara is doing by relaunching or bringing to light the fake projects which are being relaunched. That's one way we are using to counterattack the government. And I was in another space they were planning. We go to Kiamba, we reveal the scandals that these politicians have done. We start by the old wounds. Those seem to be buried and forgotten. We need to bring back them to life so that these people who are celebrating the politicians or the so-called Mtuwetu, they can understand what this Mtuwetu, what this Mtuadat did, and they left. No one is accountable for that because like those families, they were to be compensated. That money just vanished in the air. Nobody followed up. And there we go. We are here today. So I don't think we should focus or think about 2027. We can't think about a future whereby we don't know whether tomorrow or today how we are moving. We need to first fix the today's situation before we think about the future. And everyone who wants to be a leader, I would urge, if you want to join the political world, please come forward and show your interest in helping us push this movement forward and establishing and trying to bring into justice what we are trying to fight for. We should not forget, if we relent, we should not forget about the people who died. Those people, their lives, they lost their lives because of this cause, fighting for a better Kenya. What do you think? Their blood has not yet rested in peace, and it will never unless we accomplish what we started. Until we fulfill what they were looking for, that is when their blood will rest in peace. It will keep haunting us as Gen Zs, because why would we think of stepping back and people already lost their lives in the cause? We need accountability. Now we think of stepping back our airport is going away. Nobody is talking about it. They have just started fighting amongst ourselves. Now they are attacking Morara. It's so sad. It's so sad, man. And everybody has been affected. I don't know why he would go in those western region and they welcome him like it's a god, yet he's a devil. How can you welcome the devil with such hallucinations ama niziite ni hululations zinaitwaje those things? No. We need to wake up, guys. We fix this nation in whatever way we can. According to there was a man who went to Obina's show for interview, and he explained how the government is trying to fix Kenyans and get rid of them in a indirect manner, starting with the affordable housing. Nothing like affordable housing. He talked about
Scam.
he talked about it being made like the affordable housing, they are developed in the towns. None of the affordable housing has been developed in the rural areas. They want all people to go in towns, whereby we know all of us, we can't fit in that place. And that affordable housing, me, I usually ask myself, you're saying it's affordable. We will pay rent for one room for many years and you claim it will become a house for me. But we know very well it's only one person who owns the title deed for this land. You want to go and to grab our lands back at home to claiming that you are doing farming, which it's not benefiting us in a way. It's not. We need to open our eyes. We need to stand up and fight for our country. That's what I can really urge you, because we are going in the wrong direction. Honestly, the person who calls himself the president, he has never even a single day sat down or checked on what the government or the citizens of Kenya want. He's just gone back again on top of vehicles like it's he's vying again. Only 2 years, you've done nothing. We have also bloggers who have been paid to come and corrupt our movement, to make our hashtags fall down, but they beat us on the ground with tear gas. We beat them online with our brains, not only on X. We have many platforms where we can counterattack them in different ways. Just open your brains. Let's come together. Let's not be divided, and we keep pushing. As long as Ruto is alive, as long as Ruto is the president, we are in deep shit as Kenyans. We need, first of all, to bring them to follow the constitution. That's what I can urge for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toria, for your submission. You're right. We need to be united. There's no division from this point forward. We need to actually take action rather than just standing by and speaking and doing nothing about it. So, Wanyama, I don't know if you can hear me. Could you please send me KOT's number, the one for the posters that we can use, and then I'll explain what it's about afterwards. So for now, Nyati Nyati, hi, how are you? Please speak to us. Which way forward for the Gen Zs?
Hey, Binti, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Toria, thanks for your submission. Everyone in this room, everyone that was on the ground, I really want to show my respect to you.
Slim Daddy, please mute your mic. We have somebody speaking right now. I'll come to you.
Sorry, Slim. Yeah, I was just saying again, Binti, thanks a lot. Toria, thanks a lot for your submission. Everyone that has been on the ground in this chat here, I just want you to know that I really have a lot of respect for you. It's not an easy thing standing in front of a hail of bullets and you actually going in there and doing what you did. That was very brave. That's just a disclaimer from me. Now, what can we do? Ladies and gents, there are 17 constituencies in Nairobi. 17 of them. We've been speaking for a long time. I would really like to see 17 contestants from among us. 17. I mean, I believe I've had some people who've said that they really want to go and campaign, but I really want to hear a lot of transitioning in this chat room. People actually saying, hey, I am Nyati Nyati and I want to go for the Kasarani constituency. If there's anyone here that thinks they want to actually support me, come forward and then start injecting. I really want to see people actually showing videos of they themselves injecting in Kasarani as the contenders for MP positions and ward positions. There are 17 of them. I believe most of these people in this chat room here are near Nairobi or anywhere there. If I'm wrong, forgive me. But most people who are in Nairobi, there are 17 positions hanging around, including about 5 of each with wards. I think there's 5 wards per constituency. So, ladies and gents, thank you so much for everything that you guys have done on the ground with regards to obviously injecting. We really want to go Ruto to go like yesterday. Maybe he won't, but as we do it right now, literally 17. Go ahead, take your mic, declare your position. We're going to support you. I'm going to support you. That's all. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, fat fingers. Sorry. Thank you very much, Nyati Nyati. Oh, yeah, your name, Nyati Nyati. Thank you very much for your submission. And yeah, you're 100% right. Like, we like if you're not even on the ground, we support you guys still. Like, we're all here to support you. We're active. Daddy, please mute your mic. Thank you very much. So we're gonna go to global walking first. I think it came in before Slim Daddy and then CFA Nora. So global walking. Hi, how are you? Which way forward do you think? Actually, hold on, pause. Sorry. Before you go ahead, I've put a number there on the Jumbotron. That's to go to Mavimabonga. And if you don't know what it's for, he is doing a civic education trip from Nairobi to Mombasa, in Mombasa, and then from Mombasa to Nairobi by the SGR. If you'd like to support, please contribute, whether it's 5 shillings, 10 shillings, 20. If you want to send 100K, please go ahead. But it's to print some posters that have all the information. It's in English and Kiswahili. I will find his tweet and I'll put it in the Jumbotron so you can see the information that's there. So please feel free to support us because, like I said, we're not paid here. We're just doing the Lord's work. So, yes. So global walking. Hi. Which way forward for Gen Z?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes,
All
100%.
right.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much. I think the way forward is, of course, the first thing is not to stop the conversation. The conversation should always be there. So that is the first thing. So that's the way forward, not stopping the conversation. I have to tell you that personally, for the past 3 months, I've been listening to the spaces for quite some time and for a very long time and every day. I've been so dedicated because through these conversations or the spaces, I have really learned a lot of things, whereby I even had to ask myself at one point, uh, how did the colonizers colonize the entire of Africa? But then, with the events that happened, I came to realize that well, it seems we are still not yet free. We still don't have the independence. So the 1963 independence, for me, it is like a fallacy. It's something that we are still not yet free. It's just that the colonizers left, but they left our own black people and gave this notion of freedom that now we are independent. But in the real sense, we are not free. So the thing is, the way forward is, of course, not to stop the conversation. Let's keep the conversation going every day, evening. Thank you so much, KOT and the rest, and the Bint Africa, for holding the spaces. Please, this is the first thing that we should continue doing, and everybody to try, of course, to continue injecting the civic education. Let's inject, especially we can start with people who are close to us, our friends, and people that we pray with, people that we work with, people that we study with, and also let's come up with the initiatives. For instance, what our senior counsel, Morara, is already doing. He picked up that one. And it's good if some people who can feel like they can be able to do almost similar thing, let's not leave it to only one person. Let's join hands and let's continue also doing civic education in keeping people or the so-called leaders accountable by exposing all these lies. So, and another thing, of course, is I've seen people like Oeba who are using the poetry that is injecting in the matatus. Those are also very good means of trying to educate the masses. So please let's try to continue to keep the conversation going everywhere, and let's make sure that people understand exactly where we are and what we need, like as a country. And especially our katiba is very good katiba. So it's nice if we can also understand or read the katiba so that we can understand and we can also educate our people about the constitution that we have. The constitution should not only be a document whereby the politicians mention or they quote articles here and there. So let's educate ourselves also on this constitution, even whereby a mama mboga in the market can be able to quote like a clause in the constitution, or will be able to quote anything from the constitution, just like the way Christians quote the Bible, or Muslims quote verses from Quran. So let's also try to ensure that we have this education that we have. And please, let's continue injecting by educating ourselves. Let's keep the spaces running. And I can tell you personally, I have really learned a lot from this. I never knew that we had a lot of minerals in our country. I never saw politicians the way I used to see them back then. Personally, I did not vote in 2022 simply because I felt like either way, both of the candidates that were presented to us were the same. So I was like, either you choose this or that, it was the same. So right now, my thought has really changed. And of course, going forward, we need to participate. And we can even have some people dedicating themselves, like going to schools, the high schools, and also universities to give talks or to give lectures about the Constitution and the civic duty in voting, and also ensuring them the importance of electing good leaders, and not only to refrain from leaders that thrive on giving handouts, because let's make the people understand that the handouts that these politicians try to give us, those are the money which are supposed to be used in the healthcare so that we can get quality healthcare, and also whereby we can get quality and affordable university. Those are the monies which they are denying us. So by us taking the 500 shillings they give us, or 1,000, it's going to affect our lives in one way or another. So let us try to inject and ensure that everyone understands these things. And of course, let's keep on, as I said, educating ourselves. Let's keep learning. I've also learned a lot about the odious death from the talks of Jimmy Wanjigi, and also the talks from Steve Mboga. I think the previous Nyati, he was trying to speak about someone who was speaking about these GMO things and the globalist agenda. All this is being done by the education is being provided by the Steve Mbogo on various platforms. So it's very important for us to seek the knowledge so that we can continue to inject, and it is possible for us to have a beautiful country whereby everyone lives like a king, everyone lives with dignity, because a lot of countries that have the minerals that we have, or they have the resources that we have, like the manpower, they succeed because of good leadership. So please, let's continue injecting. And those people, of course, who wants to take up the leadership positions, please do not shy away. Just come forward, and also let's try to support them. Thank you so much. And yeah, let's keep the conversation going. Thank you.
Thank you very much, global warming. To global warming, hey, global warming. 100%. Let's keep the conversation going. And by the way, you're very right. Like even thanks, Daddy. There's some things that with this constitution I never knew. I never even used to read it as much until like it became like it's important for me to know about my country. It's important for me to understand what goes on. What does the law say? Like what am I allowed to do? What is the government allowed to do? It's important to understand that, because now when you know your rights, that's when you now start making steps in order to push the country and like make it a functioning country, not just like the way Kenya is right now of your Nyatinashe, I can see that your hand is up. Do you mind if I just go to Nora for 1 second and I'll come back to you?
Sure.
Um, okay, so Nora, please go ahead.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good, Mama. You good?
Yes, I'm. Actually, no, I'm not good. I am very offended. How are you?
Because I'm offended very badly, in a very bad way. You want me to speak
Good.
now?
Tell us. Which way forward? Yes. Which way forward for the Gen Z?
Okay. Okay. Just before I speak, let me just say something that I heard someone say in the morning, and it was funny at the same time. It was very sad. Oh, I didn't say thank you. Thank you for giving me the chance to speak. I'm still learning space etiquette. Anyway. Okay. I was walking to work, and then I meet with this drunk guy, and what he was saying, he was just like, mimi nimeteseka juu ya Ruto. Ni huyu Ruto. Unaona sasa baba ndo alikuwa anatutetea. Sasa hata hatuna mtetezi. So the guy was really mad, but he was he was drunk. So I was like, well, yeah, like you people are getting drunk even. Yani hata akilewa bado ni Ruto tu ndo ana ring kwa akili. Anyway, okay, let me share my 2 cents. It was funny though. I just went to work laughing. Anyway, so number one, this is not a fight for only us, the Gen Zs. This is a fight for the whole nation. This is a fight that kila mtu anafaa ichukulie kama responsibility yake mwenyewe. I will say we must not relent. We must uphold the rule of law. We must do civic education. That one is very much needed, because it is what is going to take us to the next step.
Sure.
Right. Then after now we are at number 3. I said no relenting, so it means we are keeping on the fire. We are fighting. We are not coming down. We are upholding the rule of law, and we have the constitution in our hearts. Then we go and do civic education at every level, every point. Yani kwa bedroom, kwa sitting, kwa wapi, we clean up these minds of our parents, these minds of our sisters who are still engraved in the thinking of mtu wetu, and in the thinking of we have something working, and this conformation to oppression. Watu wamekubali kuteseka, watu wanasema wacha tu tuteseke atamaliza aende. No, we want to wash that away. We want to clean up the minds of our fellas. Number 4, prepare to be the leaders we want. That one is for sure. If we are kicking out this rogue regime, we have to be ready to be the leaders. You have to be ready to go and be endorsed as the next speaker of the county assembly, as the next speaker of the parliament, and all that kind of stuff. You have to be prepared to be the next MCA, the next women rep, or whoever. You have to be ready for that. You as a person, it is your responsibility, because there is no way you'll remove these people and then remain without leaders. We have to, and that is one thing, by the way, I've noticed that some people in the office, when I'm giving them civic education, they ask me, ni sawa, you guys mnasema tutoe hawa watu alafu tuweke nani? So that is one thing that they keep beating us at, because they are like, mnasema tuwatoe tuweke kina nani? And I feel like it's about time now we all take the responsibility of starting to practice how to be a leader. If you are not born a leader, you will become one. Now you have to practice it, you have to live by it, and start becoming a leader in your dreams. Eventually it will become the reality. Then number 5, I will say, we have to become the change we want. It starts with the smallest of things. It starts with the small things that we do day by day. Kama wewe ukienda kwa duka ya nini, upate watu wako wingi, unaanza kuwasmailia ndio upite mbele. That is still corruption. Come on. We have to be that change. If you want change, you must be the first change. If you want to see things working well in the education system, in the agriculture system, then you have to start by yourself. Usiende kwa matatu upate watu wameshakaa, and then uwezi nini, unataka uamkiwe uketi, and you are not even old, yenye uwezi nini, uwezi simama. No. And you should not even stand in a matatu, but that has become like, if ukianza kuongea kwa matatu ume nini, unaonekana we ndio odd one out actually. So these are the things that we are talking about. Don't conform to the ways that we are trying to kick out. All these things that we want to not see in the future, we have to start practicing seeing them as the enemy right now. In all of this, before we get to the point where we now are in occupying these seats and doing all this kind of stuff, first we must get justice. We must get justice for all that the unfairness we have received, the tear gas zenye tumekula huko tao, zenye yani hata mtu hata mwenye aliumia tu kuanguka akagongwa magoti, that person still needs justice, because I don't understand why we would go to the streets and we are protesting peacefully and still be tear gassed, still be shot at, and all this kind of stuff. Our people are dying. We must get justice. That one is a must. We must eradicate corruption by all means. That one I've said. We must protect the lives of our people, the people of Kenya. We are the sovereign power. We must protect our lives. We must protect the lives of our children, our future generations. We must sanitize all public offices. Upate mtu akiingia kwa hiyo ofisi, mse anaogopa hiyo pesa kama sadaka ya kanisa ambayo hawajui mamlaka yake inatoka wapi. Those people should be seeing that money, those public funds, as sacred as possible. Yani anaona hata shilingi ikipotea hivi ameshaanza kutetemeka, not thinking of how they are going to fatten their pocket. Next thing, we must align the devolved government systems. These government systems that are in the counties, this devolution, we must look for how are we going to align them. And I like what Wanyama is pushing for, that we get to know our county leaders, who are in the devolved government. These people, the MCAs and all these people who are leading us in the counties, we must know them. Then we must know what is that rot that is in the counties. All we keep talking about is the rot in the counties. Now can we go deep and look at it and see what can we do about it? What alignments can we put there? We are seeing what Morara is doing. He's after the the giant of all this, but now we need to also go down there. Pia wanajitengenezea CV wakisema I have made this, I have made this, I have made this. You find out hiyo tap yenye yeye ana launch ndio pia huyu Rezo nani huyu mwenye mnaitanga Baba Salim mnamuitanga Prezo, I don't know, ndio pia ali launch tap ya maji yawa. Anyway, those things. So we must align the government systems for the devolved, devolved government system. We must bring every criminal to account. That one is a must. It has to happen by all means. We must eliminate all odious debts. These debts that our own Jimmy Wajigi was talking about. We must eliminate them by all means. We must find facts and say, you know what, this one we are not aware about it, and hold those people who are responsible to account. The next thing, while I'm finishing up, is we must also ensure the effective use of our national and natural resources. That starts with mining. Me, I didn't know we had so many minerals. Me, I was not aware. I was not even aware of how much money is allocated to these ministries. All that money, oh my God. Ati barabara imejengwa na sijui 2 sijui what billion. And hey, Maze, we need to be woke. We need to be woke. Then the last thing I would say, not the least though, I will say we must restore dignity in Kenya. We must uphold the rule of law with integrity and accountability. These are things that we must do if we want a new Kenya. If we are to change this system, if we are to see light at the end of the tunnel, then these are things we must do. Mimi leo nikiambiwa kitu moja yenye natamani kabisa nifanye ni Ruto ashikwe. Akishikwa ni apelekwe hapa Kamiti. Then mimi now me as a person, this is me now, I'm landing. Akishikwa aikwe Kamiti. Then mimi mimi naenda kumvisit sasa. Nitengeneze concoction mzuri sana. Nieke ndimu, nieke vinegar, nieke pilipili na nieke ka-acid kadogo. Alafu nieke ile food color ya lavender. Ishike vizuri ikae kama Raibina. Alafu niibebe hata kwa chupa ya Raibina. Nikibeba kwa chupa ya Raibina niende Kamiti nimpe na ni make sure nimenunua KDF. Unajua ile KDF ile mandazi inakaa KDF, nasikianga ikiitwa KDF. Nimpatie na ni make sure hiyo siku ajapewa kitu akakula. Wachaneni na story yangu ya jaba, because that is how much pain I feel. Niende nimpatie na nimwambie kula sasa. Akunywe hiyo nini hiyo Raibina kidogo kidogo, akifikiria ati ni tamu, imchome kwa mdomo, ichome ulimi ishe, ichome hiyo koo yake, ichome ipite kwa maini, imchome ipite kwa kumalizana na yeye. That is how bad I feel about it. That is how bad I feel about this guy and everyone who has brought so much injustice in Kenya. Anyway, thank you so much for the chance. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Nora. I agree with your sentiments. The one thing I'd just like to make clear, or perhaps align straight, is that as much as we want to, get this guy out of power, we have to do it legally. We have to do it in a very humane way. I'm not supporting treason. I don't think anybody here is going to support that. So let's just make sure that whatever we're planning on doing, it is very much legal and within the Constitution. But I understand the pain. I understand your thoughts. I get it. It's okay. I get it. But yes. So I would like to go to Slim Daddy, then Yasinati, and then Honorable Kimani. Guys, if you'd like to come on the mic, please just request. We are accepting anybody. Come give us your sentiments. We want to hear your thoughts, everything. So Slim Daddy, I know you've been here giving us ad-libs. Ukwaje, please speak to us. So which way should the agenda go?
Niko fiti. How are you guys, Binti Africa? Asante sana TISA, asante, thank you very much. Guys, what I can say, the way for Gen Z. I just want to start somewhere, going somewhere. In the past 1 week, for instance, nimekuwa Mombasa. In the past 1 week.
Sorry, Slim Daddy, just 1 second. Honorable Money, please could you make... Okay, don't worry, it's okay. Please go ahead, sorry.
Yes, I was just saying, I'll start somewhere, going ahead. In the past 1 week, nimekuwa Mombasa. But I was very much anchored to see there is this thing in Mombasa, inaitwa Mombasa yangu. The youths are doing cleanups in various departments. Now it happened the day before yesterday, they went to demand for their payment, and instead of the governor listening to the guys, they were there wakafukuzwa na marungu wakitandikwa. They have done 2 months without going without payment. Now what I'm trying to say is, for us as the young generations of this country to clear the impunity we are talking about, which it's evident everywhere, we first need to, what KOT is doing currently, the civic education, and we should make sure still, we as the young generation, we have, we come out in large numbers and contest for these positions. Hizi viti si za mtu binafsi. Anyone can contest for any position if you are willing to. Na sisi kama mavijana, we rally behind each other, support our people who are contesting. Let's change. The change we need will come from us. But it will not make any change if we start seeing some people now bootlicking these politicians we are having here. Manake, these people are cut from the same cloth. Let me tell you, these people are cut from the same cloth. There is no difference between party A, party B, person A, person B. These people are cut from the same cloth. Today they'll say this, tomorrow this will happen. They'll turn against you like no one's business. So to begin with, let's make sure sisi kama mavijana tumetokea tuchukue kura, tupige kura. Let's vie for those positions. Number two, when it comes to voting, nilikuwa naongea na watu wengine juzi, wazee tu hivi. Then there is this man who came out and said, nyinyi chenye tunajua tu nyinyi ni kelele tu mnapiga, hii mambo ya mitandao sana, lakini hiyo siku ya kupiga, we just know very well that hakuna kijana anaweza amka 6 kwenda kupiga kura. Mtapiga tu panganga hapa, hizo panganga mtapiga kura kwa X. That was the statement. Then I told him, no, just relax, wait and see what we can do. Manake sasa mali imefikia, it's not about us as Gen Zs, ama the young generation, but it's about Kenya as a nation. So that's what I can say. Manake, okay, vitu ni nyingi, but now that everyone is in need to express their interest ama their points, hivyo tu ndio nataka kusema, let's sensitize vijana, tuchukue kura, alafu kuna history nyingine, I don't know if anyone else has confirmed this thing ama ni mimi peke yangu. Kuna hizi maisha namba hizi zina expire, hizi wanapatia watu sahi, na currently mavijana ndio wanapewa hizi vitu. And I think kuna intel imetokea mahali that IEBC will not use these things to register for voters. So I don't know how we will get to know this information very right, so that we can stop these things as early as now. Manake, to begin with, KRA, they are not accepting this maisha useless thing. The other day I had a friend mwenye alienda bank wakakataa kutumia hiyo nini kufungua account. So we should be very keen still na huyu jamaa huyu Ruto. He might still beat us in our own game. Hatupatie hizi vitu, ufike kwa IBC wakwambie they cannot register you with that. They don't know maisha number. That's number 2. We should be very keen. Both sides, tuangalie side zote. Tusitrust mtu sahi, tusitrust mtu. Manake if you see the people wenye wameappointiwa kama ma-CS the other day walikuwa tu wanapinga, walikuwa tu wanaongea tu on our side kama Gen Z. Juzi ama ni leo mmeona Mbadi anasema ati now we give them 2 years the economy will be. Sasa that's why nilianza kusema these people are cut from the same cloth. Let's tuwasimamishe mavijana. We mahali huko tu, hata tokea, hata kama una kitu, tutarally behind you, tutakusupport. Hata kama una pesa, tutakusupport tu, bora impunity inaanza na sisi kutoa jamaa. Sawa, twende binti asante. KOT, thanks manze.
Thank you very much, Slim. Thank you for your sentiments. And yeah, you're right. We have to be very vigilant about what's being promoted to us. Yani, we're being told go get this number, go get this, sijui, huduma, maisha, whatever. Just be very vigilant about what you're being requested to do, and try to see the intention behind it. Let's look forward. Like, try to read into what that number
What
represents.
I'm trying to say, binti, it's a
Yeah.
they are replacing the real national ID with this maisha number thing, and you're gonna chip set up on nyuma. Now that thing, banks are not even accepting that card. KRA themselves, they are not accepting that card to offer services to you. Kuna intel tu imetokea mahali that IBC still they will not use that card to register people as voters. So why is it being issued as an ID? That's number one we should start with. Tukiendelea ndio tuanze kuregister kwa IBC, we should start with this thing. Hii maisha tenye they are forcing us to have maisha whatever. Let's be very vigilant with that thing. Manake itatumesa hapo mbele. Thank you.
Yes, exactly, and I agree. That's what I'm saying. Let's be vigilant. Let's double check what we've been told to register for, etc. For now, I'd like to go to Nyati Nyati again. Then we go to Honorable Kimani. Before we go there, let me just remind you guys that we have a number on the title that's for Marvin to be able to print posters to carry out civic education from Nairobi to Mombasa, in Mombasa and like within the coastal area, and then from Mombasa to Nairobi by SGR. If you can help out, like I said, 5 shillings, 10 shillings, 20 shillings, 1,000, 500,000, whichever one you want to contribute, please go ahead. And it, also, if you want to go on the trip, I think you can DM him and you can try and see how to arrange that through him. But yes, let's try and spread the civic education everywhere, anywhere and everywhere. So Nyati Nyati, hi again. How are you? Also, please feel free to request the mic and come tell us which way should we go as Gen Z.
Thanks again, Binti. I'll be so quick. Mzalendo, I've seen your hand was up. I'll be very quick. I promise you, even Honorable Kimani. Honestly, I'm now calling out for 17 people from these spaces, and I'll be calling out 17 people. So if you're in this space right now and you're vying for a position, MP or ward, just DM me. I'm writing a register now. I've decided to take it in my own hands now. So if you're vying for a position, I've seen there was doctor here or someone here that wanted to vie for a position, tell me, DM me now. I'm now creating a register and I'm going to send you guys back to your own constituencies. How am I going to do that? People don't have IDs. So I'm going to send you back to that specific constituency and you're going to go and inject there and ask your people, ask the young ones in that constituency, the ones that don't have IDs, bring them forward and we'll start taking on action. I'm really saying that. Please DM me right now. If you really want a position, MP, ward, whatever it is, just DM me. I'm going to be walking throughout these spaces and I'll be requesting for this. You never know where we'll get the funding, if I'll be able to support, if someone else is going to support. We need this register. We really.
Nyati Nyati, Jesus Wanyama, how are you today? Hello, can anyone hear me? Binti,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can
We
hear
can
you.
get you Wanyama.
I think
okay.
you had
Nyati
muted
Nyati?
me, Wanyama. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the thing is this. As much as I'm for the support of us going the political way and us joining a collective, there is no need for us to do things in the hidden. If you are here for a political party or you are proposing a political party, let's do everything in the open, because the collective good of asking you what the party stands for, what you're offering, and all that might be the one thing that someone is waiting for them to get into the political scene. So instead of saying people DM you, etc., they can do that, but also highlight it here as you come and mention about all those collectives that you're offering. Go ahead and highlight it here so that we all listen to it.
Yep. I agree with that. I agree with that. Wanyama, thank you so much for bringing that forward. Whatever you do, bring it forward. I really want to support you. I'm desperate because I haven't done any injecting on the ground because I'm not in Kenya. So, hebu weka hiyo jina yako hapo mbele, let's do it. Thanks.
Okay.
So, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nyatinyat. If you feel like you're into what Nyatinyat is doing right now, then please go ahead and can you come back later and just like tell us exactly what your incentives are with this registration, if that's okay.
Yep, for sure.
Sawa. Thank you very much. So for now, I'll just go to Honorable Kimani, and then Zalendo. Guys, the mic is open. Please come back, come and tell us your sentiments. Which way forward? If you have any ideas, please come and tell us. We want action and not just speaking. So, Honorable Kimani, hi, how are you? Good evening. Honorable Kimani, can you hear me? Can you guys hear him?
Yeah, we can get you, BT. Yeah, we can get you.
Can you hear Honorable Kimani? That's the
No,
question.
is Mike iko kwa mute?
Oh, okay. I can't see from my side. Maybe I need to just like drop for a second, then come back. But for now, Zalando, please go ahead. I can see their hand is up.
Okay, thank you, Bint Africa. I just wanted to add a point. I had spoken earlier, then something came over me. Because now one of the ways to counter William as Gen Zs and this movement, you see William is now doing town hall meetings. He has moved away from spaces and he's now doing town hall meetings. So I was asking us if we can start doing grassroots meetings. If you can get 10 people and you speak to them about the state of the nation and what you think should be done. I see Kyoti has shared something on the DM on his timeline. So if you can get 10 people, unaongea na wao at least every week, una change mind ya watu kama wawili ama watatu pale kwa grassroots. And then when such spaces are held, you come and give us feedback ya kwamba this is what I did. I managed to convince 2 people. I managed to convince 3 people in the grassroots, because votes are there in the grassroots. What can make Ruto not to win the next election is the grassroots. Is that electorate who is there at the grassroots. So if we can start holding those grassroots meetings, then tukipata numbers, unakuta tumefanya a county assembly town hall meeting, kidogo kidogo tuna grow, tunakuja into a constituency, tunafanya ka meeting yetu ya constituency, then we come to the county level, watu wa different constituencies tunakutana, we share ideas, we do civic education, we enlighten people. I think that is also another way to counter the wave that he's already creating. So let us start it at the cell. If you have your neighbor who is still subscribing to the ideologies of William Ruto, that is the cell area, try and change that person. Then naye unakuta umegrow, umeenda kwa watu wengine 4 to 10 people, then the group grows to the bunge la wananchi pale hivyo kwa bodaboda shades, then the group grows like that, and we shall be able to counter him. Because as I conclude, I want to say this: impunity thrives in a society where people are ignorant. That is where impunity thrives. And the current political group is thriving because of ignorance. And because we have the information, We have the knowledge. Haki ya Mungu, I want to tell us this. If William Ruto manages to win the next election, we will have ourselves to blame because we are the change agents. We are the change agents. We are the information carriers. So we have to start disseminating the information that we have. We have to start sharing the civic education that we have as early as yesterday, so that to remove the impunity when our people are knowledgeable. Because allow me to quote a verse in the Bible saying that my people perish because of lack of knowledge. So if people will perish in 2027 because of lack of information or knowledge, as the Bible calls it, then we will have ourselves to blame. Let us start those grassroots meetings. We move to ward, we move to constituency, so that we change people. We teach people the current situation as they are. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you very much for your sentiments again. And yeah, we need to just like action ourselves. I want to hear actions from now on, guys. So, Honorable Kimani, hi, I can hear you typing something on your computer. Can you hear me? And can you speak right now?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes, loud and clear. Please, which way forward for us
Yeah.
plantains?
Thank you, everyone, for the opportunity. Thank you, KOT. Thank you, Binti Africa, for the chance and the space. I will just go straight to my point. And one of the points has been said. I am so much afraid that we Gen Zs and a lot of youths will not be able to get IDs. This is a very patent issue that we have to address, because we cannot and will not be able to remove the corrupt parishioner, Will I Am Lutol, without the votes. Again, we have already seen that now they are going to popularize that John Buddy has become now an angel because he has gone to the money office. I want to tell you that he is not going there in the money office because of any person's benefit or any Kenyan. It is just to easen the way that Raila Odinga will get money for AUC. As much as I am Kenyan and I would love to see Kenya celebrate the AUC, we were 50 million with more than 10 million people who are graduates. So Kenya si watu kadhaa. And I want to remind my every person, we cannot wait for 2027 so that we can remove William Ruto. We have to continue agitating. We have to continue keeping the parliament on track. We have to ensure that sensitization is everything. I love the point, the people have brought up the point that a lot of people in the ground doesn't know the works of the MCA. Like me, myself, I'm an urbanist. There's a lot of duplications in duties. You see, in this city, there's this board, there's this coordinator, sub-county coordinator, there's the MCA, there's an MP, a lot of duplications in offices leading to money losses. So we have to keep up. And I also want to tell people, let us continue agitating for those people that died during the maandamano. Our mandates and our the things that we raised during the maandamano, they are not yet sorted. We never brought any business for Raila Odinga to be appointed. We just talked about accountability and like just the Samburu governor who has just been sentenced to for all those years. William Ruto is the father of corruption. He should be the first person that is caught. Raila Odinga is another father of corruption, not leaving alone even Uhuru Kenyatta and even Akina Kalonzo. If we really want to bring our country to sanity, we have to wake up now as we wait for 2027. Vijana wasiogope kuitisha kura, and we are going to be there no matter what. Even if you not have any money, the grace of God will be with you. That is my submission, and I want to tell you, the same way public participation never happened when Raila was being fetched for a job, we don't need any public participation to ensure that we occupy again parliament and ensure that they work and talk as we are telling them. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, KOT, for hosting this. Keep doing it. And thank you for every person who is listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kimani, for your sentiments. I want to remind everybody that we're here to actually find a way forward. Like we can't just be talking and then doing nothing. So what are you specifically doing in order to help this movement go ahead? And above there we have. Sorry, Slim. I'll come back to you afterwards, but let me just finish. Like on the title, we have the number for helping us to print posters that are going to be used in civic education, like I said, from Nairobi to Mombasa, in the coast, and then back to Nairobi. So if you have any spare 5 shillings, 10 shillings, 20 shillings, 5,000, 100K, whatever you want to send, please go ahead and send it to that number, and we will try our best to spread information in the best way possible. So guys, the speakers panel is open, so please request your the mics and we'll give it to you straight away. I can see that people are having trouble. I don't know what's wrong with your space, KOT, but people are having trouble coming in and then they're being blocked out. I don't know what's happening, but we'll keep pushing on forward. So I would like to just Slim let me not say that, but Slim, do you have something you want to say before I read the comments?
Yes, I'm just finalizing. I see my phone is almost going off na ninaingia kazi sahi. What I want to finalize with ni hii point inapotea. Guys, can you hear me? Hello. Okay.
We can
I
hear
think someone
you,
is
but
getting.
KOT is space about to drop. Space is about to drop.
Okay. What I wanted to echo a sentiment by, is it Kimani? Yeah, concerning the okay, Binti Africa. Let me collect myself, then I'll get back to you.
No problem, that's fine. KOT, your space is about to drop in the next few seconds. But in the meantime, hopefully you can hear me, you can refresh it, and then I will read the comments in the comment section. So we have Toria saying that we keep pushing and adding pressure from all directions. Morara has been exposing fake projects that are being relaunched. So we reveal their old scandals. And this Saturday will be at Kiamba Memorial, next loading. People should be held accountable for their deeds. So what she's basically saying is that we need to just expose their old ways. Zalando now goes, which way forward for the Gen Z? Number one is to prepare to counter Ruto politically, produce aspirants in all elected posts, give Kenyans an alternative in all elected posts, and kick off campaigns for all elective posts and join political functions of the same goal. So basically, they're saying that we need to be together. Instead of apart, we need to be together. For now, I'll just go to Eve G. I don't know if you can connect and hear me. Eve G, can you hear me? Eve G, can you hear me? Eve G, can you hear me? Okay, she can't hear me. If you can hear me, just give me a wave. If not, then I'll just carry on reading the comments for now. Okay, Wanyama can hear me, so I don't think it's me. If you just drop for a second, then come back, then I'll put you on the speakers panel again because I don't know what's happening. But I will just carry on with the comments from where I left off. So Mzalanda said that we can also start engaging in town halls from grassroots and give feedback. The cell is where it all starts. So let's have a plan. Resources shall come. Where there is a way, where there is a will, there's a way. That one I agree with because we have to be the start point. Once we have our own starting point, then the rest is just gonna fall into place. Okay, so we also have Honorable Kimani saying sovereign power belongs to the people. Yes, we agree with that one. That's Article what? Somebody correct me, please. Article something. And then Ghost Strucker. Okay, Ghost Strucker. I urge everyone to download your county and constituencies report by Auditor General. muone venye Kenya inaisha. By the way, that's very good because that's exactly what Morara is showing us. He's showing us like exactly what's been happening in the background without us seeing or without us being like just aware of it. We're blinded. We're very blinded. But I thank God that like somebody has gone out there and is exposing what's happening in this government right now. And then has the lady that was here before come back up because I can't see her. Anyways, guys, like I said, the mic is open. Please feel free to request the mic, come up and speak to us and tell us your opinions, whether you have anything to say towards which way you think we should go as Gen Z. What do you think we're doing wrong as well in this current day and time? Whichever one you feel like is gonna be the way for us to learn from each other and just support each other. Just tell us which way you're going forward.
Marvin, are you able to hear Binti? Okay, I think we're gonna go next to Misiko. Misiko, can you hear me?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Anyama. Kioti, thank you for keeping this up. For me today, I don't have much. I just want to say that we have to stand up. And someone say that if you have a political interest, just say it, speak it up. For me personally, I've already speak it up, and I've seen many people encouraging me to go, and I'm very ready for it, because if I can't bring the change, now who's going to bring this change? We have tried to fight in streets, but they have killed us. They have
Sorry, Misiko, which
intimidated.
constituency? Which constituency? Sorry.
Kiminini constituency.
Thanks.
Yeah. So for me, I've already mentioned, and people are like, come on the ground, tell us what you're going to do, and I'm very ready for it. I'm not even stepping back at a kidogo, because I feel like we tried getting this thing from the street, but we were killed. We never got anything, but we can't lose hope. So I find it like I'll be encouraging anyone who want to do this. Let's do it political now, because we are always here motivating ourselves, encouraging ourselves, and the best way is to go the way they want us to go. So thank you so much. Let's keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So, Wanyama, Binti confirm it can hear me
Yeah, we can hear you very faintly, but we can hear you
loud and clear. I'm having background.
like a 6 out of 10.
Okay. So, participants on this case are complaining that you have connection issues. I don't know if each and every person has the connection issue. I'm only afraid because I've even tried to refresh my space, but still the problem persists because most of you are in my DM trying to sort out the issue. So kama umekuwa kwa hii space for long since it's begun, you can just refresh your phone, yeah, and then you reconnect back, because from my end I can hear each and every person whenever they are speaking. So Binti, back to you.
Okay, I think if I understood what you just said, I think you said that if you've been in this space for a long time, just refresh your phone and then you can hear properly and you can see everything. But yes, I think that's what I heard. Like for me, I was just dropped 2 seconds ago, so I don't know what's happening. I don't know if somebody's regard you. I don't know what's going on. But I'm back. And yes, so everybody, like I said, you're welcome to the mic. Let's keep the conversation going and flowing. I can see that we have Joy M, you're here. Hi. Okay, so I was reading the comments before I was chucked out very rudely by whoever is controlling this. Oh, and I also have Mary saying that she's been trying to join the space for a whole hour without success. Katie, is it you? Maybe it's you. I don't know what's happening because people are trying to join and I don't know what's happening. But hold on, Mary, I can see you now. You're here. So hi, can you hear me? Never mind. She's gone back down. Miss G, what's happening today? Maybe it's me. Maybe I shouldn't go host anymore. But okay. So Nora is back. So Nora, can you hear me? Wanyama,
Nora,
can you hear
can you
me?
hear Binti?
Okay, I think it's me. Can you hear me? I think it's me. So let me just
I can
refresh
hear you,
again.
Binti, loud
So
and clear.
so
Yeah.
No
so
problem.
before Nora and any other person goes, I think I should speak because I've not been able to speak. Nimekuwa matu bana. And so I'm walking back home, but yeah, today I met a few individuals whom we discussed one, two, three about civic education. Then after that I met hao jamaa wale wanakuanga hapo jivanjia wanajitangaje, uh, naitangaje hiyo kikao kile
Bunge la
ambacho
mwananchi,
kinahusisha
bunge la
mwananchi, hao
mwananchi.
wanaita yeah, exactly. And we spoke a few things hapo. I think I joined them when they were speaking about Raila's journey to AU. I found out that 70% of those guys gathering there were were against Raila's AU bid, and of course I talked to them. You know, the decision of Raila going to AU is not in our hands at the moment. The decision of Raila going to AU is in the hands of the state officials who will be voting. Yeah, and so I try to talk to them. But of course, personally, ningekuwa a person who goes to AU to vote as a state official, I couldn't vote him because he betrayed us. Yeah, when we were on the streets, he joined the Furious because of his personal interest, and so I tried to explain to those people why I wouldn't want to vote for him if I were in that position. And after that, I also shared with them why we are trying to. I shared with them why Ruto must go, and gave them those 13 reasons. I explained each and every reason to them, and left them with a few posters and flyers. So I'm back home now. So back to you, Binti.
Thank you very much, KOT, for your submission. Even though you're a host, I'll still say thank you to you. I want to go to, hey, you see people are here, but they're connecting. I can just see connecting. Hi, Afro, how are you? And hi, George M. Afro, Buton Galesha. Which way forward for the Gen Zs? That's what we've been speaking about for the past 2 hours or so.
Hey Binti, hey Wanyama, Hosty, KOT, everyone who has spoken before me. Hope you're well, hope you're doing well. I was still reading the room, but a quick analysis of my thoughts on the way forward. Ruto is a seasoned politician. We saw he has hit the campaign trail. He has been strategizing for the last 2 months. He has not left the country. The farthest he has gone is to Rwanda, which he couldn't escape because of the inauguration there, which was going on for the president, Kagame. And he's back on the ground, and he is literally sensitizing the ground towards this broad-based government that is inclusive, and he is dividing us again, balkanizing us on tribal lines. Leo TL imechafuka sana. I've seen people gang up against the Luo community because of the reception, whether they were hired crowds, whether they went out to jeer him and boo him. The numbers are very telling because it's a PR game. When they put those images in every newsroom and show, he's trying to legitimize his presidency again. Because when we occupied parliament, There was a vote of no confidence. But we have to be sensitized to the fact that he is really trying to divide us on trouble lines, and we should not fall. We shouldn't be culpable to those tactics to fall into tribal lines again, because now every community wants to run back to the community and say, come 2027, we're going to see these blocks again. The mountain is going to go 90% in one direction, Nyanza will go 90% another direction. I'm sure. And those who are bashing Luos, be very careful, because Ruto is coming to your backyard. He's coming to your backyard. He's taking civic education. His version of civic education is going to Western. He's going to Lower Eastern. He's going to Kisii, and we're going to see these numbers come out because the ground. He knows the people the chiefs and the people to mobilize the crowds, the masses. So I believe the way forward. I saw KOT and other Gen Z influencers and leaders started to started to. I've been attending meetings with the remnants of the opposition, that is the Kionis, the Kalonzos, the Martha Karuas, those who have refused state positions. They've started a conversation. In my view, many people are calling for the integrity of the movement, that we should not accept any politician. We just have to form our own party. But also, this game has so many moving parts. There's the IBC, there's you, the voter. The ballot has to be used as a mechanism of protest come 2027. But to be successful, because if you that hiyo mrengo ya Azimio, Ruto won by very few votes. I think there were 200,000. Those were very few. And given how apolitical and nonchalant Gen Z and millennial voters were in the last election cycle, those numbers could be tipped if we throw our weight behind an already established political formation. So my thoughts is to listen, because I believe right now it should be everybody versus Ruto's corrupt regime. Right now, the political class has combined, and they are literally a force to reckon with. The psychophancy levels are at all-time high. People, this analogy and idea of voting on a tribeless, partyless ticket has not yet been tested. But since 1963, we have data that shows we have always voted on tribal lines. So mine is that wherever space we occupy, we need to have civil education, let people know how these bills, how these laws, and how the embezzlement of funds meant for development are affecting mama mboga, affecting boda boda, affecting the normal Kenyan wananchi on a daily basis. We cannot afford to remain politically nonchalant towards what is going on in our country. Our resources and our future is being stolen. So, to add my voice to the conversation, we need to start toying with the fact that we might have to have a big coalition that is against this current system of majambazi, this system of looting where everyone is being pocketed left, right, and center. But those are my few thoughts, and I'm here to contribute to the conversation. Aluta continua. I'm still Ruto must go, and indeed he must go. And grateful to everyone. I see Nonini and other artists IO who have been using this digital platform to continue the movement by doing artistic work. That is one of the ways everyone has to take a leadership role. The way we say we are leaderless. We are leaderless in the sense that we don't have a central chain of command. We don't have that hierarchy of command. Everyone is a leader. The IT group, people are making websites, holding this government accountable. The artists are releasing music. You are doing civil education by sensitizing your parents, your uncles, your aunties, brothers and sisters, towards the current climatic change, political climate change in the country. So that's the way forward we should go, and we should not let these ambers of unity die. Thank you, Binti.
Of course, of course. Thank you very much, Afro. I appreciate your sentiments, and yeah, you're right. We're saying leaderless, but we're actually our own individual leaders. Like you just take up. That's why I keep asking. Like, what are you yourself doing? Like, what are you actually doing on your own to make sure that this thing keeps moving forward? Yeah, we're not just stuck. We're not a train that's stuck on the rails. We keep rolling. For now, I would like to go to Sylvia, and then I will go to Wycliffe, then I'll come back to you, Declan, and then Nora, I'll come back to you again. So, Sylvia, hi, how are you? Good evening.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening to you too. Which way forward?
Sorry, I'm really a bit confused with Kenyans. They really don't learn. Like they cannot be pulled out of this tribal cocoon. It's really traumatizing and sort of feels like we need to do so much. At times, I'm regretting why we even stopped this bill. This finance bill had really united us. Maybe if it passed, we would still be united and we will be stronger. Now that the silent majority are enjoying on the fruits that they never labored for, they are the ones who are jeopardizing the whole operation. But regardless, we just soldier on. We will do our part. But honestly, Kenyans don't learn at all. That's my take.
Thank you, Sylvia. So, see, this is where we now have to just stop and pause, and this is why we're doing these spaces. We're doing civic education because this is our chance to now learn. Maybe in the past we haven't done it right, but this is our chance to like fix things, like do it right. Like just let's stop and listen to each other and see the way forward as a collective. First of all, I even think this thing for the government joining together is a good thing because at least now we only have one snake to like cut off the head from. It's not many snakes that we're gonna have to fight. But right now we have one common goal as one, like, Gen Z millennials, like as the people, as a wananchi, we have one goal altogether, which is to be against these people in the government currently. So although you might see as a negative, look at it as like the glass is half full rather than half empty. Yes. So I would like to go to, who did I say next? Gosh, I've forgotten. Was it to Nora or I think it was to Declan first. Sorry, thank you. Declan, hi, good evening. How are you? Declan, can you hear me?
Hi, good evening. Can I be heard?
Yes, 100%. Go ahead.
I just thought I'd jump in, just to see kind of what the conversation is today and where it's going. Yeah, for those who have joined the space, thank you for coming. I know everybody has different commitments and hii kazi ni ngumu bwana, hakuna mtu anatulipa. Unaenda kazi ya kulipwa alafu unafanya kazi ya ulipwi pia. It is a difficult thing. The job that pays you take advantage of you. The job that doesn't pay you is here beating you. Unachapwa kutoka left, right and center bwana. It's a difficult thing. So yeah, take heart. Let's keep in the race. I have an observation or something that I observed today because I don't really have much to say because at the moment I'm still at work. But I just thought I'd speak to something that I've observed while I'm at work. So we have multiple groups here where we are in the UK, for all issues maandamano and all issues fixing the nation. And there's a lot of noise inside groups. Ni kama group ya familia. Groups, mtu ana post message all the time, zingine as it makes sense, so you tune out from what is happening in the group. So today, somewhere in the group, in one of the many groups that exist, somebody was complaining that Luos have not done what they're supposed to do because I heard Ruto went to that side of the country and they accepted him and they let him in and they didn't chase him away. And then it became a whole thing. And then people started calling out, oh, at Rift Valley, you've done this. And then someone was like, oh, just say you don't like these people. Don't. And there was so much noise. And I was just like, you guys are really boring. You guys are really boring. You're really boring. Because the whole point, or any conversations that people should be having now is one, making the people who don't understand who Ruto is. Number two, you should be educating people on where we are as a nation and why we are where we are as a nation. And number three, we should be talking about where we want to go and how we are going to get there. Those are the only conversations that should be, being held at the moment in any group of people, if you are a Kenyan, as far as I'm aware. So I think tukiendelea mbele, I think it's important we hold each other accountable, but also as we continue to hold each other accountable for the things that we're doing and the way that we're doing them, let's focus on the things that are important, the things that I've just mentioned, the three or four things that I've just mentioned. If it's not got anything to do with these 3 and 4 things, well, you don't need to be talking about it. You're wasting time. You're only hot air. People are putting too much energy. The guy was complaining, no, but this guy said this about our region. Bro, tulitupa stories za tribalism kwa pipa. Something about this movement. If somebody wants to help the movement, atasaidia. Na yule hataki, atasaidia. But you cannot put your energy in and time into trying to pull people along who do not want to help. Watu watajileta. You do your job where you are, from where you are, the way it needs to be done, and don't focus on anything else. Those are the few sentiments that I have today. Kwa mtu next anaweza ongea. Asanteni sana. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much, Declan. By the way, KOT, I think it was Wanyama. One of you held a space for Sauti ya Mwananchi talking about tribalism, like in the past week or so, and I think that that's something that we need to revisit, like in the next 2 days, especially right now, like what's been happening. We need to revisit that. So I don't know if you're okay with like doing a space, whether it's tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening, or whenever, sometime soon. We need to just like revisit that and actually get to the root of things. Declan's mentioned it. Afro's mentioned it. The people have mentioned it in the previous like the previous speakers. So let's just talk about that and actually like digress and like go into it for real. So for now, I will go to Nora. I can see your hand is up, and then we'll go back to Global Walking. And guys, please feel free to request the mic. We have some spaces open, so request and we'll give you a chance to give your submission straight away. So Nora, please go ahead.
Hi Binti, I have come back to rant. I've come back to rant because of something. There's something I've seen on the comment section, and there's this one. Yeah, it just imenifanya tu nipatwe na hasira. Some ordained devoted imbecile comes to our space and goes to the comment section and is calling us shenzi. He's busy calling us we are a project of the Fund Foundation. He's saying we have no mwelekeo, we are mafala. Acha nikwambie bro, nimekuona uko hapa. My friend, you, after we are done with this rogue regime, we are coming for you, my friend. You better reform and join us, because you are not going anywhere with that kind of mentality. How can you come here and be abusing us? Stupid. You, hey, guy. Wewe, yani tunakupigania and you're busy here coming to insult us. Are you okay? Is your mind functioning? Are you stupid? What is wrong with you? Umejaza makamasi kwa akili ama ni nini? What is it really? You cannot come here and start abusing all these educated fellas here and thinking of us as wafala. What is wrong with you? Aki, some of these people, bwana. Aki, honestly. Wewe, whoever you are calling yourself who? Sijui some dick or something. I don't know. Stupid. By the way, mi nimejam sana. Ng'ombe kama hizo ndo tunapigania hii nchi na hata hawaoni. Ni ujinga tu wamejaza kwa akili zao. Hebu disappear wewe bwana. Ng'ombe.
Binti, wacha tu nirudi kidogo. Let me just come back for a second. CFA vile anataka mchukue a thing that CFA has said. She has said, when we are done with what we are doing, we will come for you. Nataka mchukue hiyo statement and I want you to really understand what she has said. And off the back of the comments I've just made, we cannot focus on wale hawataki kukuja na sisi, but that does not mean your day will not come. Now, CFA Nora has really hit the nail on the head with this sentiments of hers. Amesema, we will come for you when we are finished. Wacha tumalize kazi tunafanya. We will not forget. Let me tell you, history will judge you, and we will be there with history to judge you. So, if you are smart, kama uko na akili, the two brain cells you have left in your head, vile amesema, you would rather join us because the day we are finished, tutawakujia, we won't forget. Huwezi sahau.
What? Thank you. Kwani me, I'm blocked. I can't see those comments. But anyway, Nora, thank you very much for addressing them. KOT, you were saying something. The mic is yours.
Okay, so I'm still on the way, but niwataka kukuuliza tu Nora. There is no way you can solve violence with violence. Yeah, the good thing you need to do is to instill sense in that boy or in that girl, and then ensure that you convince them to join us. Because if you are going to resolve dispute by creating another dispute, that's not good for us. Yeah, I think this space now, we are identifying problems and now provide the solutions. So Nora, kindly I request you to withdraw Matusi kidogo, please.
KOT, hakuna matusi. We have to revisit these detractors and these people we are fighting for, because hakuna barabara ingine wanatumia. They're going to use the same undeveloped roads. They are going to, which I don't know if there's a separate hospital for people who are in bed with this government, ambayo haina madaktari, haina matibabu. I don't know if there's another school they are going to attend where teachers are not facilitated, there are no books. It is the same Kenya they are going to enjoy. So what Nora is saying, which I align with perfectly what she's saying, is that right now the resources and our energy is limited to deal with Ruto must go. But we're also taking note of these tweeps who are causing a lot of infighting, who are trying to divert the conversation, who are trying to solicit engagement by insulting influencers, by insulting anyone who is fighting for a better Kenya. We are taking note of them. And I've booked, I will host that space. Honestly, nimebook. We are going to drag anyone who has been against this movement. So the fact that we are quiet, our kindness is not weakness. We have the instruments of violence are not monopolized by you and the government. Our police wanatupiga, wanatumbia, they are abducting us. They are going to enjoy the same prices kwa duka, bei ya unga ikishuka, bei ya mkate ikishuka, bei ya maziwa ikishuka, when the taxes are not so stringent like they are. So we have to be conversant that it's a whole conversation going on, but we have not forgotten. Let them not just think they're going to have a free open range, open shooting season on us. We have to remain united the way the firefighters are united, the way miners are united, the policemen are united, the same way we in this movement are united. Na ukishika mmoja wetu, ukiabduct mmoja wetu, ukiua mmoja wetu, umetua sisi wote, and we are coming for you. So our silence is not weakness. So KOT, understand Nora, understand her. She's very much in line. I don't see anything wrong, she said.
What?
Binti.
Yes, no, thank you. Thank you very much, Afro. Okay, so let's just keep this energy going. Thank you very much, Nora and Declan and Afro and KOT. So I'd like to go to Global Walking. You've come back. Ukuaje? Is everything okay? Tuambie. Global Walking, can you hear me? Okay, let's go to Sankara. Sankara, hi, good evening. What is happening? Can you guys hear me, or it's just me?
Oh, we can hear you.
I can hear you, Binti.
Okay, I don't know what's happening with the new speakers. They can't hear me or something is happening. But for now, anyway, Tori, I see that you're back on the mic. So hello, which way forward for Gen Z?
Nora may address what I wanted to address. Acha nishat it.
Kwanzaa, I can't even see this comments. Maybe I'm blocked. I literally cannot see this comments. But thank you everybody for your sentiments towards it. So common man, how are you? Good evening.
I'm fine, and I hope all members are also well and good.
100%. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hope we are talking about the state of the nation. Which way, as the member of GZ? I think we are the way. We are seeing what is going on. We can determine through our fingerprints. We can weigh out the way the state is driving us. And at our point, we just have to determine which way, but not the way of the government, not the way of the nation. We are the nation, and we have to move in a better way. I think for today, we'll just talk about that. Thank you, Bin Safari. Bint
Thank
Africa.
you. Yeah, that's okay. Thank you very much, common man.
So,
No worries. No, I get called all things. It's okay. No worries. So I just like to take a pause and remind ourselves that we have KOT who's doing civic education from Nairobi to Mombasa using the SGR and like throughout the coast, then back to Nairobi. So if you would like to contribute anything towards that civic education, please use the number above on the title to send, whether it's 5 shillings, 10 shillings, or 100K, whichever one you want. So yeah, let's just support ourselves. We don't have a sponsor. We do these things ourselves, and we don't have anybody that's paying us. So please, let's support each other. And if you'd like to go along as well, then just send him a DM, and you can be part of the people that are spreading that information within that train. So I'd like to go to Frederick Othiambo and then come back to Global Walking. Frederick, good evening. Which way forward for Gen Z? Like, what should we do from now on? Frederick, hi, can you hear me? And they've given you such a nice intro. Hi, Global Walking. Hi, good evening.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm back again. So the way forward for me, I still insist with the civic education. Like today, I was talking with one of my friends, and I was really surprised. Like he's someone that is really educated, but I found out that this person was educated, but was not aware of what was going on right now in the country. And I really liked what Afrocentric said earlier, the interpretation of what the mainstream media was trying to push today, and also what the political class are trying to do today. So I think it is very important that we should also, in our civic education, we also have to try and inform the people that we are passing information to about what narratives that the mainstream media usually tries to push. So they should always not believe everything, because that's actually what is also something that is slowing the movement. And we should not fall back to what they're trying to push or trying to put us into regions again. Like someone said earlier that today TL imechafuliwa vibaya sana because there's some people who are trying to push the narrative. Sijui ati sisi tukiwa kwa serikali, there's these other people, they say no. So let's try also to interpret all this that is going on, like the mainstream media, and let's be careful, and also let's educate the people that we are trying to bring on board, so that we can all be on board at the same level. So hata wenye wanatokea or something, tusiwadharau ama tusiseme sijui ati hao sasa hawana akili, hawafikirii ama they don't learn or they are this that. Let's try to make them understand in our own small ways. I still repeat, tuanze na sisi wenyewe to understand what is going on. We understand the environment. We continue educating ourselves. And that's the only way that we can conquer this, because when everyone understands exactly, it can be very easy for us to chart the way forward. So right now, it's very nice the way some people are really going aboard, like watu wanaenda as fast from Mombasa to Nairobi on the train doing the civic education. Very important. In our churches, please, let's try to educate them and try to let them know exactly what has been ailing our country since 1963. And yes, so that's all that I have to say. Let's not assume, usifikiri ati rafiki yako or someone, your manager, is well educated, so una assume ati tayari he understands what's going on. So to make sure that we bring everyone on board. Now, with that, I think it will be very easy for us to forge the way forward. Asante.
You're welcome very much, Global Walking. I keep wanting to call you Global Warming. Sorry, that's my bad. Thank you very much, Global Walking. I'd like to go to Kenyans now to talk to us. Like, which way do you think Gen Z... Oh, hold on. Sorry, Kenyans, before I come to you, Wanyama, I saw your hand up before. How are you? Like, what's up?
I'm fine yet again, Binti. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Thanks for asking for the third time.
I have to make sure as well.
Now, anyway, guys, let's have a little bit. Bila kukua very formal, very, idealistic, very, trying to conjoin and walk on eggshells with each other. Na siipendi, but hivi ndio situation iko. You see, as much as we are doing a lot of civic education. Binti, can you hear me?
You keep like coming and then go and then come and then going. Like right now.
Let Nani go as I sort out my connectivity, and then Kenyans.
Kenyans, go ahead, please. Hi, good evening. Hey, Kenyans, can you hear me? Maybe it's me. Kenyans, hi. Or Frederick Othiambo, can you hear me? Frederick, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? I'm just speaking to myself.
We are getting you.
Okay, so Basi see Mimi. Anyways, Wanyama is reconnecting. I think he was saying something, but I can see that Esther is now on the speakers panel as well. So hi Esther, how are you? Good evening. Hi. QT, this space of yours today has been something's happened to somebody's bewitched it or something, because I don't know what's going on. Esther, can you hear me?
I can hear you throughout, Binti. I can hear you throughout.
Binti, can you hear me now?
Okay, yes, I can hear you, Wanyama, but I can't hear anybody. Yeah, okay, yeah. Wanyama, just you proceed, whatever you're saying.
Okay. So I'm gonna try and see if Esther or anyone else can hear. But before they come in, what I was saying is this. Oh, Esther can hear me. So, Esther, can you hear Binti? Okay. They can hear you, Binti, as you can see. So, what I was saying is this: where we are at the moment, we need to accept that it's stages of growth, like any child. It's you start from infantry, you go to puberty, and then no adulthood as you continue. We are past the problems of teething problems where we are right now. As much as Sauti ya Mwananchi is core on civic education, tumefika mahali yenye we can't do everything, and civic education is just one of the things that we need to do. Kuna vitu mingi nitakana tufanye. Kuna watu nitakana weke petitions, kuna watu nitakana waende ground kufundisha watu wengine, kuna wenye um, they have functions, um, these functions that how do I explain it, the ones that actually teach you on who are the stakeholders in whatever we are trying to do. And the highlight of it all is this: in the movement, nitaendelea kuambia you guys, we need to accept that si kila mtu akona the same potentiality, na niliwasplitia into two. You can either be an activist or you can be a politician, because if you are an activist and you don't have politicians, tutaendelea tu hapa hivi, tunaunda maandamano, tunaenda tunatafuta mwenye akona petition, tunamsaidia, etc etc, but we won't be decision makers whether we like it or not. Politicians are making decisions. So the young people in this movement that are politicians, stop converting them to be activists. Let these young men and women go to those desks, to those offices that these decisions are being made. Let them play politics. The reason why Morara is successful is because he's playing politics. Leteni Morara cook, whether alikuwa anasema ukweli of Ruto alimpigia or not, that's politics. Let him play the
Ilikuwa
politics.
kweli.
And the politician is not happy that the guy has played his game. That's why they had to call Hussein apige live on studio. So my people, we need more people to go and play politics. But the people we are sending to play politics, we need a way of holding them what? Accountable. And holding them to meritocracy. Hapo ndio story nitakane ikue. Wale ambao wanabaki kwa activism, wacha wabaki activism, and they should do activism to the best. Wale wanafanya civic education, let them do civic education and let them do it to the best. And these politicians are the ones who are going to assist us with civic education, because all they do is this: educating the masses on what is available, what is not available in resources. Now, while we are doing civic education, I want to warn us, tukumbuke kitu moja: if we do not attach the benefits of whatever you're communicating, it will fall off on deaf ears. The way sisi wanadamu tuna behave ni, we will at the end of the day do what is benefiting us, not what we think is idealistic for the future. I'll give you an example. Tribalism. The reason why someone will feel like I am proud to be Luya is because of the opportunities that come associated with Luya. I'm proud to be Kikuyu because of the opportunities I think might be associated with Kikuyu. I'm proud to be Kalenjin because of the opportunities I think might be associated with being Kalenjin. It doesn't need to be, true, but there's that part of, there is a benefit of knowing this. So not unless you attach the benefits of people not being tribal, then utakuwa tu unaambia watu ni kama wanasemanga preaching to the choir or something of the sort. So that logic of us just saying we've identified some people who are politicians, let them cook, let those people cook, manze. Msiwa convert, mwambie wakuje sasa huku waanze kusumbuana huku na activists. Na tukipatana na activists tuwasaidie. When activists say I need to do petition A, B, C, D, be there, because they need you to be there. And lastly, I will ask you, whether you're an activist, whether you're a politician or a citizen, I'm only asking you one thing. You guys have forgotten one person that is very important in service delivery in Kenya. I've sung it in all the spaces since the start of the week. That MCA, please. Ni wase mmewachia MCAs a lot of playground, a lot. Mmewadharau. I don't know who told you guys to mdharau MCS mbaya hivyo sana. Those guys are manze wako na a lot of roles now, ndo wanatakana wa deliver a lot next to us. Start checking them out. Tulisema by the way, whether you're in diaspora or in Kenya, find out what is your ward, na kama ujui ward yako, just ask your parents, siblings, whatever, where you come from, who is your MCA. Once you have your MCA, you can know which ward you come from. And if you're not happy with it, now let's go and register. Let's get identity cards. IBC needs to tell us, are they going to use Maisha card or ID card? And we should be fluid, my people. Whatever card they decide is going to be used, we shall be there. Even if today there is an election, people should furnish out their ID cards, because we might be here na kuna watu hawana. Kuna watu tu maybe they have never registered to be voters. So tuangalie hiyo action, not only civic education, action. But the two things is, politicians, please support our young politicians. Wacha waende manze wa learn the game. Mi sijai organize a national election ama hiyo ya kijiji. Who else will know? Let the young boys and girls get into the mud. Let them know how it means. Wacha kama saizi, I'll tell you for free. Where I come from ni Mbungoma, it's goonship. Jaribu mwende mpigane na Didmas hivi saizi. Ati mnaenda ground kufanya civic education sahi na Didmas baraza. Kutakuwa na vita on that ground. Vizuri sana. But that's why we need politicians who will be on the ground with Didmas. Akicheza left au anacheza left, right, center. And we know how we are going to do it. So support these boys and girls. Mwache kuwabash ile sijui ati itakana stand on this. That's the job of an activist, not a politician. But let's groom ours. However long it's going to take, let's groom ours. Wenye wataenda huko, and it will be meritocracy based. Back to you, Binti.
Now, how do I even follow on from that? Jesus, Wanyama, pole. We are sorry. I know you're offended, but I'm also offended. So, okay. I will go to Beatrice. I know you've been trying to get on the mic for so long. I'm happy that you're here now. Can you hear me? And way straight forward. After what Wanyama just said, please speak to us. Beatrice, mic is yours.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Esther. Can anyone hear me?
Binti can hear you. I'm sure Esther can as well.
Okay, thank you, Betty. So my concern is very simple. You know, you can't talk of activism. Maybe activism may be through truth, but truth to make no sense to power. So my humble opinion is that let us join politics, because politics is a public affairs. It is our affairs, and we are the member of the public. Personally, I come from Migori County, and 2027 I'll be on the ballot, because I know I am up to the task, and I can convince people to vote for me. So this issue of Gen Z, let us make it a movement, and a movement, it will sweep everything. It is us. When we come out, it is us to come out, and no one will come out for us. So it is us to come out, do political literacy. We move, like right now we're moving across the county, Igori County, the seven sub counties doing the political literacy. You know, we are the bigger fraction. Use are so many. Some of them they have not registered as voters. So these are the things we should be doing, and everything we must do must reign supreme, and that peace and tranquility must also reign. So everything we do, let us not give this old guards power to rule over us. We have potential. So hii mambo na activism, I don't like it. Let it be political activism, because we will talk and nothing will happen. Still power, that truth you are speaking, it will make no sense to power. So let us grab these positions of power. Second one, let us have one voice. If it is Gen Z, let us speak one voice. If it is registering as voters, let us register. And that is the only weapon that we can defeat the oppressors. Let us not think of these people, they are doing this. You know, this movement, some people will just, some people will be engulfed with the government, the few people who are in government right now. And others will just be the promised land. So let us be the faction that will reach the promised land. And that is my submission today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Petros. I appreciate your sentiments, and yes, let's just keep moving forward. Yeah, I'd like to go to a lady, by the way. Like, you know me, I can't be a co-host lady, and then I just leave my ladies out there in the dust. So, Esther, hi, good evening, and please speak to us. Esther, can you hear me? Wanyama, can you call Esther for me, please? Or maybe she can't hear me. But for now, I'll just go to Kenyans. Kenyans, can you hear me now?
Esther, please. Esther, please. Esther Mutui, please.
Can anyone
Do
hear
you want
me?
to? Thank you, Esther.
Okay, asante sana. Nashukuru kwa huu muda. Asante sana KOT, Wanyama, Binti. We really appreciate Nyati, Afro, Ayo. Mko wengi jamani. We are here for our country.
Who is speaking? Who is speaking?
Petros,
Can
Esther
anyone
speaking.
hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Esther. Petros, Esther speaking.
Okay. Yeah, so I was just here to say we're on the right track, and I'm here just listening. Let me switch to listening. Listening what? That one, so that I can listen more. I'll come on board maybe kesho and then have something to say.
No problem, no problem. You just gather your thoughts. Then whenever you're ready, you are more than welcome to come along. Kenyans, I don't know if you're ready, but we also have another co-host here. Hi, Ayo the sixth. Which one of you is ready first, by the way? Kenyans, can you hear me?
Yeah, actually I can hear you. Maybe on your side.
Yes, we can hear you. Good evening, and which way forward?
Actually for me, mi hupenda kuongea Kiswahili. Sijui.
Oh, yes, Swahili ni sawa tu. Don't let me confuse you. We welcome all language. English, Kiswahili, whichever one you're comfortable with, please go ahead. Endelea tu.
Okay, wote mlio hapa na wasalimu kwa majina ya babu zetu. Actually story ya leo mi kuongelea kitu imeniuma bana ni hiyo story ya Ruto. Hiyo mi imeniuma kwa personally, but ni strategy. Hata tukisema 25 niliwaambia, hata KOT tulisemanga hii stuff kitambo, like to consider 25 kulikuwa na mapolitician walifund hiyo nini, walifanda wase wa kuja hiyo 25 for the sake of hiyo wenye walipatiwa kina bandi hao whatever. We saw Mombasa, we saw Migori hivyo, so ni masaa kugawana na si tuko kwa hesabu. Unanipata? It's high time. Na kitu yenye mimi nitaongelea leo, nimekuwa nikiongelea about politics sana, wase wanashindwa una biwe wetu anaongeaje siasa. For now, hata hebu tujiulize swali moja. Hao ma leaders wetu, ma religious leaders, where are they? Kwani hao wana watoto shule wenye hizi fees zikipanda ama waishi hii Kenya yetu? Tuliambiwa tuko na shida, we face the Bible, we face the religious people watusaidie. Right now not even one. Ule alikuwa anajitanga Pastor T. I thought alikuwa anaongelea mavijana. Where is he? Sasa ni kama tumebaki na ng'ang'a tu, na mang'ang'a na anapoteza tu wazazi wetu peke yake. So where are they? Tukiambiwa ni church, tukiambiwa wasiwa like church iko ime carry every gender, ikuwe ni millennial, boomers, Gen Z, tuko wote kwa kanisa. But kwani hao leaders kwani hao yuko kwa hii society bana? ama wa feel pain yenye tuna undergo kama Kenyans. Another thing, nonini ulilonje ngoma fulani, I think niliona hiyo ngoma ya maandamano. Actually mi kivyangu sikupenda hiyo launching yetu actually, kwa sababu tungeitana kama agency hiyo kitu, tungeita hata kama tungesema tunapatana Nyayo, Uhuru Park, mahali popote, si hata nilikuwa naambia KOT we can make a day twende Rungai for the sake of that kid, at least tuonyeshe even the society there we are with them. Sasa tukisema mlisema ati we are not aligned to political, how will we fight the political side bila kuwa na political army? There is no way tutapigana na wasi ama tutafight wasi without any strategy. Hii kuongeongea mingi, we have been talking from the day 25. Ni kuongea tu, niko action, we need action. Action is design hii. Kuna wakati mastude wa KU wale akingi Safaricom and everything. That's the work tunafanya sasa actually right now. Tunafaa kuwa na field marshal. We don't need to pay them. Kila mahali tuko na wasi wanatusupport. Ikwe ni kwa the ministries, ikwe ni wapi, even their guards wenye wanawaguard. It's among us. Wasi wenye wanawachunga, the shamba boy, the watchman, au ni wasi wetu. Wasi wenye wako shule wanapitia hizi hacking system. Mimi nashindwa hizi vitu zote zina run. Kwani hatuna ma comrade man. Si lazima tuende field ndio to make it ati tuonekane tumefanya a demo. No, we can demonstrate in many ways. Au wasi wote wamesoma na wako jobless, the IT expert and the nini. Where are they? Kitu yenye natugawanyisha ni divide and rule. You saw Anifa hiyo nini ati simu imepotea leo. Man, watu, those people, man, KOT, don't associate with those people. Wacha unaona venye wacha tukae to focus and we do like I think Rastan the other ile nini ya police, unaona hizo ndizo vitu tunataka. Tunafaa hivi tukae hivi tusikie M-Pesa imecollapse. Tunakaa hivi tunasikia kitu kubwa that's the only fight we are. Ukisema ati sasa maandamano toke, they will not come because most of the walikuwa wamefandiwa and walitu infiltrate wakatu divide na wakatu rule. That's for a fact. Lakini kitu wenye walisahau ni kuwa sisi ni mbegu, we are buried. They should wait for our germination. Believe me, we will germinate. Na watu wote wenye wanakuambia ni watu wa God. Waache kutudanganya man. Sasa ndio tunafaa wanatuonyesha hizo mavazi, hizo mavitu za the way forward. Where are they? Ama si atu kwa hiyo ama jenzia wajai kanyanga church ama wenye wako kanisa au mi. Don't they have kids kwa hizi mashule? Don't they hawana watoto wenye tunalilia sisi? Ama okay, tumezaliwa kanisa tukaonyeshwa is the mali tunaweza torokea. Sasa wametutenga those churches. Where are they? Mimi nasimamiwa na wanaitangwa juu shoga obala ama ni nani? Maana watu wanatubebanga ujinga sana. We should fight on our own and we believe our creator. Hivyo tu, hizo zingine ni story anatupigia. And the way forward ni tuanze fight. If you know you can do anything, si lazima ati tukulipe. If you know we ni haka ama we ni, kwani hebu niwaulizeni, hata mimi hata kitu inanishangaza. Watu wanashinda wamesema, wameandika huku maposta, wachawi sijui kutoka wapi, sijui chai kutoka Tanzania. Man, kwani tuwezi changa pesa hata tumulipe, tumwambie zaka tunyongee ama tupelekee kwenye hata kama atapotea macho ama atafanya kitu wote. Kwani wachawi watu kwani wanaroganga kina nani? We need someone who can work ama hitman. We need someone who can do something. Si kushinda ukitupigia story. Tunaweza changa hapa tuite mmoja anatoka Tanzania ama huko wapi. Kwani wapotee macho wote, wakose kwenda mali wanaona. They should not be fucking with us. Tunafaa tuulize among us nani anajua Kalumanzela ule wa Kitui mwenyewe, the deadly one. Kama watu wachache wameshindwa kutusaidia. Hata before the Christianity came, we had our thing, we had our culture. Wakatudanganya ni wachawi. Those people, kama uko na mzee yote anajua hii kazi, atuambie ni pesa ngapi. Tuko hapa kuchanga Zakayo apotee njia rudi Sugoi, atuachie Kenya yetu. Asanteni.
Ayo bana, hebu ambia Kenyans mahali ulitoa jamaa yako. Hey, umenileta kwa mic, umeleta kwa speaker pale. Surely. Kenyans unasema tutafute wale jamaa wanaandikanga kwa zile manini hapo juu,
si ndio?
namba zao tutafute.
Kwani wale wanasemanga wanaenda sijui Loliondo, ni Loliondo ama ni wapi?
So Kenyans experience is the best teacher. Acha nikupea hiyo akuelekeze.
we hapo ndio umenirank, hivyo ndio umenirank kioti. Kitu hivyo ndio umenirank. Okay. We Kenyans, uko na stories za jaba, lakini ni sawa. Uko na jaba stories, umetoka na jaba stories, na sisi tuna deal na our constitutional. Umetoka na jaba stories. Unataka tutafute mtu auwe Ruto so that pia sisi tu join watu wanatuua, pia sisi tuwaue. That is what you're trying to say. Ngoja, calm down. Mute your mic and be still. Be still because I am God. Be still and know that I am God. So be still and chill. Acha nikwambie kitu. At this particular point, we have to be of sane mind. Whenever we come up here on these public spaces, let's be very, very cognizant of the fact that we are Kenyans, and being Kenyans is our business. So whenever we come here to give our thoughts and ideas, let's be very practical. Okay? They say if you can't beat them, join them. But you're not here to join them. We are here to be different. If you can't beat them, use different tactics and be different. And above all, be constitutional and be very factual in equal measure. Okay, I won't tackle everything you say, but I want to tackle something that brought me up here. Someone's mic is on, and it's giving me feedback. I don't know who that is. Okay, Binti, just mute all of us for once. You know, I can still hear it. Like, can you guys still hear it even though you're muted? KOT, I saw your space today has been bewitched by something. I can still hear it. I can still hear it. And I muted everybody, but I can still hear it, like even when it's still muted. So I don't know what's going on. So you just carry on. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. There's something that is really itching us, and it's all over the TL. It's really burning us deep inside. And we are better than that. And I want to address it right now. And it's the state of the nation. I want to... Nani amefungwa microphone? Guys, who's on this space incognito na tujui na amefungwa mic yake? I think
it
now
should
it's be gone.
Yeah. Endelea. I've done it.
Okay.
Yes, continue.
Thank you. So I want to speak about this pressing issue that affects all of us. And this issue is tribalism. I've seen it all over the TL. Some people behave, wengine wana behave ni kama wamesoma, wako intelligent sana, wanataka walete hiyo story ya tribalism, but in a way that if you're not keen enough, you'll realize that they're raising the tribalism card. Ladies and gentlemen, we are way past that. This issue is not just an abstract concept. It has a real tangible effect on our daily lives and on the future of our nation, to be honest. Na tribalism ime to divide and ime create rifts that hinder our progress. And ime to cover macho we can't even see forward. It fosters suspicion and conflict, and it prevents us from working together, to be honest. All these beautiful projects you're trying to build together, and you're trying to make, give them life out there, tribalism itatumaliza, guys. And us young people, we keep on saying we are Gen Zs, you're tribalists, but most of you, you're falling into the traps of these politicians. You're busy. We are all emotional out there, falling into the traps of these politicians, and we are getting tribal. Kenya has more than 42 tribes, last I checked. Kuna zingine ziliongezwa. We cannot run away from the fact that I'm Luo, you're Kikuyu, you're Kalenjin, you're Luya, and all that kind of stuff. But what are our ideologies? I just want to ask you questions. What are our ideologies? And as we speak, the effects are visible in every corner of our society. From the uneven development to unnecessary conflicts that we even bring online.
from social discord to economic stagnation. Na tribalism become a barrier to our collective success and well-being. And we've seen how some politicians wametumia hiyo to exploit us in a way that we can't even imagine. And through these divisions, they're using these divisions to their advantage. And they play on our ethnic differences to manipulate and control us, using tribalism as a tool to secure their own power. Guys, we need to wake up and we need to have that your ability ya kuona enye umse pabaya. And not only these politicians, even these people who are probably they're not Gen Zs, they're Gen Xs. We've seen them pull those tribal cards on the timelines. Today, I had to have a very long conversation with a friend of mine, because ananiambia mazee, hizi stuff zina happen na tuongei. Look at these comments. Hizi ni nini na tuongei. And I've noticed the heated debates and arguments on social media. And while your voices are important, sisi voices zetu ziko important, nyinyi voices zenyu ziko important, the constant back and forth, it only fuels the divisions we need to overcome. And it's crucial for us to stop engaging in these divisive discussions and instead focus on what brings us together. And today, by the way, 29th, as the youth of Kenya, mimi nataka kuwa challenge. You have the power to drive change. You are the future leaders. Tumekuwa tukisema hapa, if you have ambitions to be a leader and you know you're going to bring change, come up, we support you, because that is the only way we can get these people out of power. We can get these tribal dogs out of power. Unaget? And washajua weaknesses zetu, and they're hitting us on our weakest points. Let's wake up, man. If we don't do it now, we will never do it. By uniting, we can tackle the challenges that face us with strength and solidarity. So let's commit to working together. This is not the time to start fighting each other. Trust me, it's fine. I might be Luo, and Luos have supported Raila for quite some time, and I cannot disagree with that. Kalenjins have supported Ruto, and Kikuyus have supported whoever they've supported for quite some time. But this movement, let a distinction, and we need to stick to that distinction. Once we said we are tribeless, we can't say we are tribeless, but we're still hitting each other, jabs, left, right, center on social media. I make sense, guys. Tutakuwa tunasema vitu hatufanyi. Unaget? So what I'm trying to say as I land is, this is our time to rise above our tribal affiliations. Let us use our energy and passion to foster culture, inclusion, and progress instead of focusing on our tribes, unatoka wapi and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't help at all. So right now, the elephant in the room that we cannot avoid as young people, we have this tribal thing to kick out. For us to kick these people out of government, we have this biggest elephant in the room, this tribal factor. The more we can try as much to avoid it as much as we can, but it is there. Let's start dealing with it head on. Let's call out those tribal dogs whenever we see them online. Out to side B. Jacob, mute your mic. So guys, what is Ayo trying to say? Ayo is trying to say that let's move past our tribal differences and let's focus on what is going to build us. Saizi, all those people who died during the protest, atusemi ati Mkikuyu alikufa, atusemi ati Mkale alikufa, ama Mjaluo alikufa, ama Mluya alikufa. No, tunasema Wakenya walidedi. Tunasema Wakenya walidai, na ni mabrother zetu na masista zetu walidai for this cause. So right now, we are way past being divided against tribal lines. Na tribalism, just as racism, may fight for quite a long time. And this is not the time we allow it to overpower us. Tusikue hivyo. We have the power to kick it out. Tusikue hivyo. Na mta realize ni hao wazae ndio wana bring hiyo culture in us. They'll keep on, and these bloggers, they'll keep on throwing those tribal cards on their sentiments, on their tweets and all that. Then they get us angry. Then tunaanza kupigana wenyewe kwa wenyewe. Tusikwe hivyo. Let's be emotionally mature. Let's try and be emotionally mature and focus and deal with this thing the way we are supposed to deal with it. Very logically and like the well-read people that you are. Mmesoma maze, mmeenda shule, tusikwe wajinga. Kinkaka alisema wajinga sisi na akatucall out, tusikwe wajinga. Tafadhali. I hope whatever I've said makes sense to all of us on this space, all the 206 plus of us here. I hope it makes sense. Let's kick tribalism off our mindsets kabisa. Haitusaidii guys. Imederail development. Imederail development in our counties kabisa. Oh, just because this guy is up there now, Nyanza won't get development. Oh, because this guy is now there. People are saying, oh, now that Mbadi is in the treasury, now Wajaluo wanaenda kupata. That is bullshit, guys. He's supposed to work for each and every Kenyan. Unaget? Those leaders are supposed to work for each and every Kenyan. Na kama kuna development central, Luos are supposed to, people from Nyanza are supposed to say that, mbona kuna development central? Kama kuna development Nyanza ama coast ama wapi, people from other regions are supposed to put the government to account. Hakuna development huko, mbona our party development huko? Tuache hii nini politics ya mtu wetu, haitusaidii. Hii politics ya mtu wetu haitusaidii kabisa. Jacob, unataka tukulipe how much umute mic? Neza kuwe pesa. What's wrong?
I'm
Jacob,
on.
can you mute your mic? I'm speaking.
Okay.
Co-host, drop uchali. Hauwezi kuja kwa space na hauwezi follow rules.
It's okay, I've muted him. It's okay, carry on.
So guys, as I learned, na nimesema hii as I learned mara more, but I keep on getting mad. Let's try and focus on what needs to be focused on. We need change, not tribal issues. Let's kick tribal issues off the bucket completely. It's not anything that is going to help us right now. Thank you very much.
Well, Aki, you guys are so hard to follow on from. Jesus Christ. Okay, so hey, so that was one of our co-hosts. Thank you very much. I want to go for Spartan, and then I'll come to you, Kowino, our other co-host. Then Jacob. Well, please keep your mic closed, like keep your mic muted, please. So I'm Spartan. Hello. Good evening. I'm Spartan. Kwani nini mbaya? Kowino waendelea basi.
Binti, hata sikuwa na kitu ya kusema. Nimepata nikiwa huko listener space keeps dropping me from saa moja, so I tried kukuja huku juu nione kama nitasikia. I realized nikiwa kwa speaker panel line drop, and now I can hear you guys. Yeah, nimesikia yeye akirant, but I agree with him. Tribalism itatupeleka nyuma sana, and I've interacted with a lot of tweets hapa timeline, and I realized that narrative ya ukabila ni kama imeanza tena. And like I always say, if you can't call it out, if you keep silent about it, ni kama grieve, ni kama mtu wako amekufa, then umenyamazia, utaki kushare, unajifanya wewe ni bingwa. It will hurt you inside. So the moment you release it, it's better if you let it out. Call these people out if you see them. Me, I'm a Luo. I've been in the streets every single day. I'm andamano. I've been now hapa huyu. We've seen people die. What stopped me from going to the streets? So if someone saw 10,000 Luos kwa streets, kama wakiwelcome Ruto, Nyanza, please go and get their names. Say these specific Luos. Don't say Luos. Say these 10,000 Luos welcome Ruto. They need civic education. Don't say all Luos need civic education. Ukiona Kalenjins wame welcome Ruto huko and wanampigia makofi, say these specific Kalenjins, kama ni 20,000 ama 5,000, say these 5,000 wanahitaji civic education because they are clapping to mediocrity. So tuache ku generalize watu. Let's stop stereotyping kuseme because tumeona kitu fulani kifanyika place fulani, tuseme this particular community, we are beyond that now. This was tribalist thing. If it has to remain like that, then we have to stand up to it. Tunafaa ku desist from kitu hii narrative yenye nimeanza kuona hapa, specifically nani. So if you want to move forward, penye yeye amesema hii ukabila, I really hate ukabila. Personally, I hate it kabisa. I've been a victim at personal level. So I just hate it so much. Being discriminated on tribal lines is not a good thing. So let us keep the fire burning. The main goal is accountability. We want the president and bad governance out. So if we can do it, we cannot do it being divided. We can only achieve it tukiwa united. Sifai kujua binti wewe ni kabila gani, sifai kujua wanyama wewe ni kabila gani. And like we've always said, having a sense of belonging, that wewe ni Mjaluo, wewe ni Mkikuyu, wewe ni Mkale, wewe ni Mdigo, wewe ni wapi, it is not a bad thing. But using it sasa kuanza kudiscriminate watu wengine, sasa hiyo ndio ukabila. So that is what we are trying to fight. So going forward, tafadhali ukiona mtu mwenye umekaa naye na discriminate watu, please just call them off. And you realize some of these people wanakujanga na comment ridiculous kwa comment sections za watu wakitusi ni wakabila. They have hata identity issues. Mtu hata na jina anaitwa 12 13 12. Mtu hata ameogopa hata kujitambua na jina yake, anataka kukulecture ati wewe ni mkabila. So Kenya ni yetu, let us fix Kenya pamoja. Asante binti.
Karibu sana. I'd have to say thank you to me. You're another co-host. But let me say something, guys. Like I said earlier, Wanyama and KOT, Kesho, whoever is hosting, somebody needs to host a space for this whole thing, especially right now. Like I feel like we need to cut the head off, like when it's just starting to grow. We need to have a space where we just talk about these things, educate people, make everybody aware of what's going on, and just, let's get ourselves straight. Anyways, Ayo, your hand is up. Mbona siuingie tu?
Unajua nini kenye Koinyo amesema? Guys, unajua nini watu wa young? Sisi ni watu wa young. Like, you see, where I'm getting mad. Like, people like akina Nonini are busy even making music that speaks your language. Your language maziki tumnaelewa vizuri, lakini bado nyinyi wakabila. Shida yenu ni nini? Tunawatengenezea mziki iwabambe, mjump to it, lakini bado nyinyi wakabila. Shida yenu ni nini basi? Mnataka hiyo kitu imeingia tuwapeleke surgery. Imeaffect part gani ya mwili yenu ndio tuwapeleke surgery mtolewe hiyo kitu ya ukabila? Like even our artists are trying. Is civic education. Tumejaribu hadi na mziki. Entertainment. Mnapewa civic education hadi na entertainment where you understand best. Lakini bado mko kwa hii politics ya mtu wetu. Shida yenu ni nini? Mimi mniambie tu, shida mnataka aje? Wa Kenya mnataka aje? Tunawatengenezea hadi mziki ya 6 minutes. Mnasikia kaa rumba. Anyway, sawa. Mtaniambia venye mnataka bwana. Afro amefungua mic.
Hey, Ayo, mulikuwa wengi. Akiwaluo, mulikuwa wengi. Niliona picha ingine, kuna building mko ni kama 6 floors. Ground floor, first floor, hakuna mahali ya kusimama bana. Yani mko wengi. But anyway, that was on a lighter note. I'm joining the conversation of on blanket statements. Those blanket statements are very careless, but we have to be cognizant of the fact that also government bloggers are on this timeline, and they are very calculated. The images which were being shared, the pictures which were being taken, the videos being taken, are there to divide us. Let's just realize they are dividing us. When we fight each other, when we are falling into their playbook, we're falling into their trap. Right now, they have taken control of the narrative. A month ago, we were the ones who had the narrative. The government was reacting. We had them on the reaction, but now we are now reacting to what they are doing. The ones who are making the moves and making those blanket statements about Luos is very careless. Saying all Luos, we know Luos who have been since the inception of this movement at the forefront. Kina Ayo, Kina Kowino, seen us hosting spaces together, or been on the ground. A lot of public figures, Miguna, Larry Madowo, Faith Odhiambo, who has been, has slept even in prison cells, getting Gen Zs out of prison. It's very easy to forget all that and just write, I call them irresponsible tweets, not knowing that tribalism is a very emotive subject, and your anger is not misplaced. All the lures on the space, it's not misplaced, but those are the games they're playing with us. Those are the mind games they're playing. It's a political game, and remember, when you're on this chessboard, do not react to another move which is made by these political chess masters who have been in this game their whole life. They know what they're doing. They want to divide the movement, they want to divide us, wanataka tuanze kupigana kwa sababu sasa hii Kowino akiniingilia pia mimi nitarudisha, akirudisha narudishana. We are all now, we pull all our followers into that beef and we forget Ruto must go is the objective. And that's why Nora was saying right now the energy should not be concentrated on those who are abusing us on the comment section, abusing us on the TL. Right now, we should concentrate on see the game for what it is: division, beating us, balkanizing us back to our tribal routines, our tribal lines, so that they can divide and rule. The end game is divide and rule, and that's why we should all now act as a bridge. There's that intergenerational bridge that has to be bridged. There's that political bridge that has to be bridged. We need to work with politicians. We need to work with Gen X. We need to work with boomers, those who have shown and who understand, because not all of them sing the tune of William Ruto, who is literally everyone he can buy. We don't know the message which is on the ground in Kisumu. I don't know if they're told Baba is going to AU, come out and celebrate. I don't know. I wasn't there. But those numbers mess up with the mind. But that is what it is. It is a mental weapon meant to detonate in your brain and make you feel helpless and powerless and go back to business as usual. But we must remain unified. The Zote, Tribe Kenya, Tribe Katiba, let us put and not fight each other. Because I'm telling you, Ruto is coming to your backyard. He's coming to Kakamega. He's going to Kambani. He's going to transverse the country. And when he is done, attend us, route number 2, finish the movement, extinguish the movement, reduce them to nothing. Sasa ma-influencers watakujia, kina KOT, kina Ayo, kina Nonini, watafuatwa. Sasa wewe ulikuwa unasema nini? After now he has solidified his political base, the next thing is now eliminate, obliterate opposition. That is what anyone who knows power, you have to finish the opposition. So we have to stick together. We must remain united and recognize where we were as a movement right now and where we're going. That's all. Wanyama.
Guys, unajua me, I was enjoying the convo until it gets to a point now watu wameamua kwa real. Now I'm the one actually who held the space about tribalism, but I wish you guys could listen to the recording if you are not there. Now the sad part is this: I want to split into two. One is pali natoka na nataka ndio waeleze kinagaubaga ndio muelewe. As you're speaking about this, mjue the extent to which you guys are joking with something yenye amjui pali kunaenda. First is, before hii space, I was speaking to part of my kinsmen, not kinsmen back from home. Before hii space too. Unaona vile hayo anasema hapa, sijui watu wamekuwa attacked hapa. Fro anasema mlikuwa wengi kwa hiyo nyumba nini. You know what one of my friends was telling me from huko kwa village? The propaganda being sold on the ground in Bungoma is this. Unaona Waluo wanataka kutunyang'anya serikali. Wanataka kufight nani? Topawa Roma na huyo ma-DVD. Sasa unaona wameanza kuongelesha president. Unaona vile wamesanyana kwa barabara vile ni wengi. Endeleeni kucheza ati hamtaki kuweka mtu wenu. Guys, people are polarized back at home. For the first time, they're getting polarized. Na ni kitu ya ujinga. To you who is educated, ni kitu ya ujinga. But tutakaa hapa hivi. Me, I know the numbers that are on that ground in Bungoma. Hapa Marvin atawaambia, guys, if you do not work extra hard, siwadanganyi. Mkiacha places like Bungoma where voter apathy has never been seen. Voter turnout has always been 40%, 30 to 40%, and they still create a change in the total turnout. Hawajai kuwa interested in elections. Now, someone has told them, you know what? Disinterest yenu itawacost na imewacost. Na anawaonyesha kidogo tu, ameonyesha tu kidogo. Oh, now you're in government, kabarabara kadogo kanajengwa. Hata waeki high standard road, waneka very poor roads. Polarizing them slowly by slowly. Na tuko hapa tunapigana, tunajibizana. Tuendelee hivyo and wait and see how far it goes. Ya pili, tutaongeleshana, tutaambizana. But nataka niwaambie hivi, you'll be very surprised on how much even our close friends are very tribal. Your line ya tribal ni very tricky. Very tricky. It's a very thin line. Very thin line. Mtu atakuwa na wewe kidogo hivi. Na ndio maana niliwaambia voting was made private for a reason. Tutakuwa tunakuwa intellectual na each other, but tukiingia maskani sisi ni very tribal. So kweni very careful. If you want to cure tribalism, come from a point of vulnerability. If you're vulnerable, the other part will be vulnerable. Tukikuwa defensive, the other part will be defensive. That's the reality as it is today, because we are feeding the wolf. Yo wolf ya tribalism, tukiendelea kuiongelea, kuijump, kuipoke, we are feeding it. We are supposed to ignore that wolf and feed the wolf of, we are Kenyan. And that leads me to my third one, and I wanted to explain to you the wolf that we should feed. Where I come from, polygamy is allowed. And they have never put a number on how polygamous you can become. You can choose to have 2 wives. You can choose to have 3. But to some extent, in the community, it also has its own problems. Why am I telling you this? Because it's only up to the current generation. Antasema from early 80s is the one that decided, you know what, as much as this is a culture, what do you do? Slowly remove yourself from, the extra that comes with it. Squeeze utapata from where we come from. Saizi so far sioni alikuwa na bibi kubwa, but as culture comes, more than that, slowly because people have slowly started feeding the wolf of, unajua kuna repercussions of this particular positivity. Now, on tribalism, I assure you guys, if you don't move yourself from the point of being triggered by this thing, whether it is being defensive or attacking, hakuna place tunaenda, because I assure you, when it comes to war, hapa ayo tutakuwa marafiki na wewe, but nikikuja war on being defensive of our tribes, usishangae sana wanyama akiruka on the other fence aseme I am Luya. Usishangae sana. because tutakuwa very intellectual on these platforms, but identity is a crisis in Kenya. How we are going to cure it, sijui, but I only know it's the wolf we feed that will succeed, not this one we are trying to cure with efforts zenye sielewi vile kunaenda, and the politician knows it vizuri sana. Ni hayo tu.
So now, Wanyama, let me ask you, like, is talking about it, like in these spaces, is that feeding it, or is that trying to educate people about it?
It depends. If we're talking about it, and I feel like mume attack KOT. As an example, I'm just using examples. If
Asante sana. Kwanza mtanialau kidogo niende kwa kizungu tu kidogo.
Sauti bwana.
I want to say this. We have a country called Burkina Faso, and this country is an African country. But we have another West country that is coming to bring war in our country, in Africa continent. I just want to tell the head of states of Africa, don't be the